So our debate is how Obama has made improvements to our country since he came into office. A good and effective president includes being great for the economy, good for the people, and good for other countries. I'll focus on why Barack Obama, our current president, has been good for us economically. Firstly, let's discuss jobs. No matter who you ask, Obama has created between 9 to 14 million jobs, 9,265,000 being the official number. That means over 9 million more opportunities for people who want to work. And this isn't just some average number. This is actually impressive, and other presidents have not been as good as he was for unemployment and job growth. And the unemployment, because of all the job growth, decreased 2.8%, bringing it to 5%. And that's how well we were doing before the Great Recession in 2008. And that's what economics consider a healthy average. Next, we have hidden unemployment. This includes all the people that are usually involuntarily part-time workers. They want to work more hours, but their employers won't allow them or can't afford to because because if they have more hours, then the employers have to have more money to pay them. And they aren't included in the unemployed figures because they aren't completely jobless, and they don't get paid as much as a full-time worker and don't get benefits like healthcare and paid leave. Before Obama, during Bush's time, the number of part-time workers was 8 million. By 2010, under Obama, after the Great Recession, there were even more part-time workers, 9.2 million. But since then, there are less part-time workers unsatisfied with the number of hours they're working. There are only 6.6 million, which from 2010 is a huge improvement. Next, we have stock prices. Dow Jones Industrial Average is the average of 30 important stocks traded by the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. Under the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we currently have around 17,577, which was a 125% increase. And with NASDAQ, we have a 229% increase over Obama's time, which is almost record high, and the record was set by Bill Clinton. Yes?
All right, earlier you talked about job creation and stuff, but what do you have to say about all the illegal immigrants that he's letting enter our country and take some of our jobs?
Well, for that, we have other things that we can do to deal with it.
Like what?
Like giving them citizenship and stuff, so technically they aren't stealing jobs.
None of these illegal immigrants are really given citizenship. They're in here and we don't even know about them, and they're just taking our jobs.
Right, but that doesn't really have to do with the unemployment. And we can do other things to give them citizenship if they say they are immigrants and they come for citizenship. Okay. And for the Standard & Poor's 500, which is the average value of 500 stocks traded by the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, we have a 156% increase over Obama's time. And for the countering, I think it was Ashley that claimed that our country was in fighting wars in other countries for a long time, and they didn't want us there. Bush can't control Bush apparently had people in other countries for a long period of time, and that wasn't really Obama controlling people in other countries, that was Bush. So to conclude, Obama has been incredible for people finding jobs to support them and their families, and for stocks, which is money for us in the future. Can I just say this final thing?
Okay, for my first point, I would like to talk about the food safety system. People say Obama improved the system because he signed a bill to improve it, but in that same year, the bill was concluded. Also, the CDC estimates 48 million people get sick each year, 128,000 are hospitalized, and 3,000 die of foodborne diseases. The bacteria-tainted apple that probably killed Shirley Frey, a California woman, traveled hundreds of miles from an orchard to a packing house and then to a factory that coated it in caramel. It never came anywhere close to being examined or tested by a food safety inspector. The California woman died in December, about a month after she ate some of the Halloween treats she bought for her grandchildren. Yes.
When you're talking about Obama and food safety, this isn't really Obama's job. This is the CDC's and the FDA's job to monitor what's going on in food.
Okay, but Obama, he signed an act that was supposed to improve this system, but then...
And how would it improve it?
It didn't say.
Okay.
After getting sick, her brain was so swollen she couldn't breathe on her own. Frey, who was 81, was one of 7 fatalities in a listeria outbreak caused by caramel apples that spread to 12 states. Common bacteria such as Listeria, Salmonella, and E. coli kill 3,000 people each year and sicken some 48 million Americans, all because of this act that Obama concluded. Health coverage for children is another thing Obama supposedly improved, yet many kids still don't have health coverage. Not only kids don't have health coverage, but several adults don't either. 40,000 kids don't have health coverage, and a total of 33 million Americans don't have any form of health coverage. The Affordable Care Act was said to have put people back in charge of their health care, but thanks to the Affordable Care Act, the federal government can now intrude into the practice of medicine. 18 million will be forced to go under Medicare or another government program. Even so, millions will still be uninsured. To be more exact, 15 million will still be uninsured. Yes, 33 million to 15 million is a pretty good improvement, but 15 million is still a lot of people. Also, $528 billion will be cut from Medicare, meaning by 2019, 4.8 million seniors will be forced out of Medicare Advantage, which will add to the 15 million who are already uninsured. The Affordable Care Act will also increase taxes and will force states to accept federally mandated health insurance. Because of that, the act violates states' rights. No, thank you. Even with the Affordable Care Act, the healthcare costs are still unaffordable for many Americans. 43 million Americans are in medical debt and 2 million go bankrupt every year because of unpaid medical bills. The Affordable Care Act also introduced Obamacare, which is arguably the worst thing Obama did during his presidency. As stated before, Obama is taking $700 billion out of Medicare for Obamacare. Obamacare also imposes new taxes on drug companies and medical device makers, meaning new regulations that will make healthcare more expensive for seniors. Some seniors may not be able to afford more expensive healthcare and could lose their health coverage. If seniors lose their health coverage, that just adds to the number of uninsured people. Also, veterans received poor healthcare and even died because of the incompetence and cover-ups of Obama's VA. Barney Frank, a former politician, admits Obama shamelessly lied to the American people to get Obamacare passed. He promised that Americans could keep their insurance plans, that they could keep their doctors, and that Obamacare would save the average family $2,500 every year. Not only were all of those lies, Obama knew they were lies when he made those promises. Not only did he lie, he also broke the law several times to make 23 unilateral changes to Obamacare.
Time's up.